Hello and welcome to the Barbara Young channel and welcome to my Friday sews. You seem to have caught me in the middle of ironing, but hey, stuff has to get ironed at times, doesn't it? I know we all press and we have to press as we make stuff, but we do have to iron the things after we've made them and worn them. So yeah, pile of ironing down there. So yeah, I suppose I ought to get on with it really, hadn't I? The video, that is, not just the ironing. So what have I done this week? Not a lot. That's what I always say though. But I have actually finished something. I've managed to finish my new look 6742 jacket, which I seem to feel like I've been doing for a long time. Well, it is a long time because I originally got the fabric probably knocking on for about 2 years ago. So yeah, it's sat around for a long time. Now, for those of you who might remember, I did make a different jacket first before I made the one that I've made, if that makes sense. I'll tell you what, let me just get this ironing board out of the way. Yeah, same to you. And we can put the, well, I can put the jacket on and you can have a look. So I did show previously, never mind, this jacket, which I've already shown you wearing, which is a great jacket. I do like it, but it was effectively just the mock-up for the main event, which is this one. There we go. Now, no trouble is, just have to excuse me while I sort of hassle with the mic while I get this jacket done up. So, but yeah, let's go over it here on. See if we can do this without disrupting the mic too much. So, jacket with pockets. Yay! Now this one was really quite, well, it wasn't difficult, but I had to think about it because the pattern, put my teeth in, start again. This pattern comes with side pockets in the side seam. I just didn't like them. I didn't like the way they sat. So I put pockets in the front there like that, you know, little flat pockets, whatever they're called. I don't know, I just call them flat pocket. I know they've got a proper name. And for the user out there who know the proper name, you know, put it in the comments and let me know. You can see the back of the pocket to some extent on the inside, but that's not a problem. I'm not worried about that. When it's like that, you don't see it. The other thing is I've also put a little pocket there, a little zip pocket, done in exactly the same way, really, but obviously it's just a zip pocket. But yeah, took a little bit of work to get that in there, but I managed to do it, sort of tucked away behind that facing piece. Now on this facing piece, I did put some bias edging on there to make it nice and neat. So that's some nice, lovely little bias tape there. It makes it look nice and colourful, even though I'm the only one that sees it on the inside. Just going to hold that microphone a minute while I just do up the little band on it, the little band, a little tie, little whatever this is, belt maybe call it. So and there we are. See, nice and cosy. Still get my hands in the pockets as well. Doesn't have to be done up to. I could do it. I could really wrap it around myself, couldn't I, and do it up quite tight. But I don't feel like it needs it, and that's just sort of how I want it, like that. You know. Yeah, brilliant. I like that. I think that sits really well on me. Now I did, or was meant to use the same material, this material, this wool mix, which is about 45% wool, to make the loops. But in the end, I decided that this bias taping, or bias binding material that I've got, that is like this stuff, which is meant to be, it's a faux leather or it's a vinyl or whatever you want to call it, in this nice brown, so it matches. Yeah, so though I decided to just wrap that round and turn it into a little loop. I thought that would work fine because this stuff doesn't fray, you know, works just as well on its own like that, rather than trying to make the loops out of this, which is quite thick. Now, certain density to it. So yeah, that's brilliant. I really like it. It fits really well. I adjusted the sleeves from the original one because the first one I made wasn't long enough in the sleeve. So now, yeah, that's long enough in the sleeve for me. It did about 2 inches I had to extend it by, but that's come out fine. And it does have a slight bagginess to it, but I like that. It's a sort of coat that I would wear when it's cold. It's going to be no good for wet weather, being wool, but be brilliant for when it's cold. I can put other layers on underneath, and hopefully it'll be a nice warmer, a sort of warming layer to have on. So yeah, very nice indeed. I enjoyed making it actually, even though it took me forever because it just did. But the process wasn't that hard really. The other thing that I've done is I've lined the sleeves with this material. Again, the original pattern doesn't call for lining on the sleeves, but like with all jackets, if you've got something you're wearing a top and it sort of sticks, and all this material is going to sort of hold itself to whatever you're wearing underneath, it makes it hard to get that coat or jacket off. So it definitely needed lining on the sleeves. So there we go, one jacket all done, ready for colder weather. I think it's absolutely brilliant and I do like it. Of course, this material, I love this material. Got it, if I remember rightly, I got it from, I think it was Pound Fabrics when it was on sale. So, but as I say, I bought this about 2 years ago. Whether I got any more, whether you see it again, I do not know. Absolutely no idea at all. Now with this one, there is, as I said, the lining piece on the inside. Now the idea originally was that this side, as you opened it, I was going to do it so it would appear the same as the other side, because obviously this is, well, really it's two-sided. As you can see, there's a slightly different pattern on the inside from the outside. So I was going to have it so when you opened it up, this lining would be that way, so it look like the inside. But I did it correctly and then realised it wasn't how I wanted it. So, but it's fine because look, yeah, you know, it's great, works wonders. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy with the way it looks and the way it sits. So one lovely new jacket for cold weather times. Not wet, but for cold weather. Now that's not the only thing I've been doing this week. That I got that finished. I've also started on a skirt. Now, once I'd finished the jacket, I did find that I had enough material over to make something else. So I'm now making one of my favourite wrap skirts, which is the Simplicity 8133, which is a brilliant skirt. I really like this. I had spoke about it before, and I have done some small adjustments to this pattern to make it the way I want it. So yeah, so I had enough of that wool blend material to start making a skirt. So far I've done the lining, which again is the same as the sleeve material. That's actually the side that will be seen or not seen because it's the lining. Grab a hold of that. I know it's just a lining, it doesn't really show, but you know, there we go. And at the moment I'm currently in the situation of, well, it's inside out as it were, because I'm putting the pockets in at the moment. That's where we're at. So looking at the inside, the material, and this is such a simple pattern. I've got effectively a left piece which is this one. And we've got the right piece, like that, and a back piece. And with this skirt, it's actually, originally, the pattern does not call for a lining, and it has like patch pockets on it. But I've adjusted it to, 1, have lining, 2, to have side seam pockets, because I think they work really well with this particular pattern. And the other thing that I've done with it is this one, when it's made, will be that side. So, but this piece, which will eventually be the left front, is it left front? Pocket will go in. No, it's the other side. It's the right front, because I extended this piece. I made it longer in the width so that when it sits, it comes across further, because before it would sort of sit and stop at like the middle, and I thought that's not far enough to give good cover over the other one, so good overlap. So that's the other thing I did with it. So I've got all the other bits cut out, so I'm in the middle of doing that, which hopefully won't take me too much long, and I'll be able to get that done maybe this weekend. It'd be nice to get it done for the weekend, then I can maybe start on another project during the week, which would be brilliant. So that's the 2 things I've been doing this week. Let's get this ironing board back. I still have to get the ironing done. Yeah, it's always something to do, isn't there? So that was it. That was my week. 1 jacket finally finished that I've been wanting to get done for a very long time. It was just a case of getting round to it, really, moving on with the project, and got a what? Sometimes I do wonder what the hell I'm talking about, but never mind. And I've got enough material left over to make a lovely skirt. So together, I've probably got a nice little, you know, jacket and skirt combination, haven't I, going on there? Yeah, I wonder if I can find some fabric that would be good to make a shirt with that. She'll have a shirt, skirt and jacket outfit. Fantastic. Don't have any brown shoes though, but never mind. It's not part of the problem, is it? So yeah, that was my week. Sort of productive, sort of pleasing to get things done and to be on to something else that I'm confident in getting done quite quickly. So there we have it. There you go. Yeah, on to new things next week, hopefully, and finish skirt and just see what else I've got going on. This weekend is my sewing social that I go to, so I'll be at that tomorrow. So that'll be nice. Probably take the skirt with me, see how far I can get with that. I don't know what else I'll take, but yeah, it'll be great. And see where we go with that. So that's really it for me this week. If you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up, subscribe and hit that bell notification. That way you'll get a notification of when my videos come out, so you won't miss anything. And please do comment. I do love reading your comments. It's always nice to see what you're up to and to hear what your thoughts are and what you want to be doing. And if you wish to comment between yourselves, please do, because that's how we get to know each other, isn't it? And why we come here to make those connections. So I think it's just left me to say thank you very much for watching my video. I look forward to seeing my next video. Oh well, back on with it.